You seem agitated and unwell. I suggest you go get help, Maxine. This conversation is over, Maxine.
Yasmin was a member of Abraxas when that horrible death happened. Is she behind all of this?
This conversation is over, Maxine.
This is not going smooth.
This conversation is over, Maxine.
I saw Owen running out of here. He seemed very upset.
I'm sorry you saw that. As you know, Owen and I don't see eye to eye. Unfortunately, this has become very personal between us. But to call me a snake after all that I've done for him? Well, I always try to keep my cool, no matter how upset I am.
Haven't you been a snake? Lying and backstabbing everyone?
I see your sense of reality is just as twisted as his. How sad. This conversation is over, Maxine.
I just saw Safi. She told me some disturbing things about you.
Safia is here? So you did lie to me earlier.
Yes, but
If I cannot trust you, then I'm afraid there is no reason for us to speak. This conversation is over, Maxine.
I know about the body in the Abraxas house. And I know you've been trying to cover it up. But I also know that you're not a snake. I might not agree with all of your decisions, but I would like to understand.
Understand, she says? How could I make you understand something that remains a mystery to me?
I know it was an accident, and you were just a kid.
And somehow, even then, I was the only adult in the room. Everyone else was on drugs, barely functioning. I was barely in Abraxas then. Not even a senior member. But someone had to act so that all of our lives weren't ruined forever. I wish I were never there. I sometimes think that night was a poison that has infected the rest of my life.
And that's why you were willing to risk Loretta's life to cover it up?
You are drawing a line between two dots and calling it a constellation, Maxine. Owen was the one who called for demolishing the house for his own project. Whatever theory you're pushing about my involvement is pure fiction. I want no part in it. We are done.
Too pushy, Max. I'll need to be a bit more subtle if I want her to open up.
You may leave now.
I know. Why did you hide the body in the basement? And why keep all the evidence?
The evidence was supposed to protect us from each other. I remember the term mutually assured destruction used. Over the years, the evidence took on a kind of mythology within Abraxas, even as its meaning became lost. A succession of students came and went, nobody guessing at the secret. Foolishly, I too began to feel as though the demon in the basement had lost its power. Over me, over Caledon. How wrong I was.
Did Owen know about the evidence? Or anyone else?
I never told anyone, and Owen never saw beyond his own flimsy scheme. I suppose those close to me may have picked up on my peculiar wariness regarding Abraxas, but I don't know.
I was there last night, at the Maybon party. Did you send someone with a sledgehammer to destroy the evidence?
What? That's crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe you didn't know about the sledgehammer, but I still think you were connected somehow.
Don't you see that my guilt is suffocating enough without your spurious connections, Maxine?
Yasmin feels guilty about what happened. If she feels she can trust me with that guilt, I can get the whole story from her.
You may leave now. So, this is a rare treat. What would you like to discuss?
I know about the body in the Abraxas house. And I know you've been trying to cover it up. I might not agree with all of your decisions, but I would like to understand. I know it was an accident. I was there last. The person had an original blueprint of the Abraxas house basement. How would someone get that?
You'd need access to the university's archives. Only a high-level administrator... I feel you are pulling me out into deep waters just to watch me drown. I'm sorry, Maxine. I cannot help you. This conversation is over.
I know. You're lying to me. I know you're behind everything.
Whatever you think you know will have to suffice. This conversation is over. This conversation is over, Maxine.
I know it wasn't. And that's why you were willing to risk Loretta's life to... Loretta came within seconds of dying in that basement. I know because I was there too. I know you have been drowning in guilt since then. That you feel suffocated. But I'm worried that the threat isn't over. I need you to tell me everything you know.
That poor child's death decades ago? It was the crisis that taught me who I am. I am the one everyone turns to when there's a problem that must be solved. There have been more crises since. Some have propelled my career to new heights, and others have destroyed me. Owen Teller was another kind of crisis. A dull, ambitious man with all purpose and no sense. When he let me in on his plan to destroy the Abraxas house, I knew I must act. With one move, I could ruin Owen, rebuild my reputation from the Maya disaster, and finally put the threat in the basement away for good.
You were willing to cause so much damage just to cover your tracks?
No. It was his idea. He had the whole scheme worked out. He only needed me to take his hand and tell him it would all be okay. Then, I learned about Loretta. What I had nearly done. How my actions years ago lit the fuse that almost killed her. In an instant, I saw what I had become. Sloppy. Reckless. Not someone to be trusted in a crisis. I thanked God I had been given this lesson without any more suffering. But perhaps it wasn't a higher power I should have been thanking. I called Owen and told him I was out, and I am. I await the upcoming inspection to turn up the horrible evidence of my crime, and I will face up to it.
The body is gone now. I have the evidence, but it doesn't implicate you at all.
That is surprising. I suppose I should feel relieved, but I do not.
Right now, what I care about is stopping another catastrophe. Which will happen, unless you tell me the whole truth about the body.
I understand that you do not trust me. But if this crisis is truly coming, then you must go and look for it elsewhere. Before it is too late. After my reputation is destroyed, at least one of my decisions will be viewed positively. Hiring you. Good luck, Max.
I won't find more here. Time to leave. Whether Yasmin told me the full truth or not, she definitely wasn't the one in the basement with the sledgehammer last night. Time is running out. I need to decide now. Who took the remains from the basement last night? Who will start a fire by trying to destroy them? Between Owen, Yasmin, and Abraxas, all roads lead back to Vinh. I don't know his motivation, but he must be behind this. Hi. I think I know who will start the fire today. I just hope I'm not too late.